Though for the third time this season, and for the first ever time in the FA Cup, the Gunners prepare to lock horns with Eddie Howe's at Bournemouth here at the Vitality Stadium. It's a side they've beaten on 8 of their 11 previous meetings, but one who pulled off a crucial 3-1 victory against fellow Premier League strugglers Brighton last time out. Will that give the Cherries some much-needed momentum, I wonder? Those Bournemouth changes: young Irishman Mark Travers is back between the sticks, Steve Cook, Dan Gosling. The skipper for the night, Andrew Surman, Lewis Cook and Jack Simpson come into Howe's starting 11. Aaron Ramsdale, Simon Francis, Callum Wilson and Philip Billing drop down to the bench, and there's no Diego Rico or Jefferson Lerma tonight. As for Arsenal, 5 changes under Arteta to the team that drew at Stamford Bridge. Emiliano Martinez comes back in as the cup keeper. Socrates returns at the back from illness. Joe Willock, Matthew Guendouzi and young Eddie Nketiah get an opportunity as well. Bernd Leno, Alexandre Lacazette, Mesut Ozil and Lucas Torreira drop down to the bench. And there's no David Luiz, of course, suspended after his red card in that game against Chelsea. Nice turn from Joe Willock. Beats Gosling, all ends up. They're standing off him. Martinelli to Saka. Fantastic goal from young Bukayo Saka. It's his 3rd of the season. Sweetly struck. This kid is another rising star of the game. Sensational finish and a wonderful start for the Gunners. Bournemouth 0, Arsenal 1.
What a finish from Saka, from the young man with his left foot. Just smash it past Travers, given absolutely no chance whatsoever. We said before the game, Russ, I was looking forward to seeing Willock playing that sort of 10 role, use his body brilliantly there just to roll Gosling, made sure he got his head up, just fed it into Martinelli. Martinelli, good awareness that he knew that Saka was on his left-hand side.
Staffy. Good play from Nketiah that time. This is beautiful from Arsenal. Here's young Saka again. That is a brilliant team goal from Arsenal, ripping Bournemouth wide open. And Eddie Nketiah gets his 1st of the season in Arsenal colours. Bournemouth in all sorts of trouble. Bournemouth 0, Arsenal 2.
Brilliant team goal from Arsenal. The way that they come from back to front. And I have to say, Mustafi's passing has been excellent in the first 25, 26 minutes. It all starts from Mustafi there, letting the ball roll across his body, just playing it into Nketiah. Great little ball from Willock out to the left flank to Saka.
To me, that looks fine. I mean, if it's the hand, I know this is an age-old argument and adage, but that shouldn't really be relevant. Surely it should be the line of the body, because the rest of him is miles behind.
That isn't
Ake.
In old-school football, right? That isn't offside.
Thank goodness the goal stands.
Common sense.
Not just from Arsenal's point of view, which obviously we want.
Yes.
100%. And here comes Nketiah looking for another. Boyd on by that first being given. It's 3 players looking like a young man possessed tonight. Pepe, bit of fortune off Simpson, but he'll take it! Oh, Nicola Pepe, it opened up for him, just snatched it in the end. What a chance for a 3rd. Ryan Fraser, and linked to Arsenal a couple of transfer windows ago. Nice delivery. Tried to find Solanke. Only Wilson can hit him with that left peg. Martinez reacted well, unsighted down to his left, and Bournemouth had committed bodies downfield. Fraser takes this one. Martinez came and flapped. You can argue maybe he did just enough to put the Bournemouth players off, but for me that was not convincing. Fans are silenced once more, and away pocket you can see. I think every second of this as Arsenal run down the clock and dictate it. Rock from Nketiah, Ceballos. Guendouzi can hit them! 1 million miles away from Matthew Guendouzi. Reason not to have a pop there. Oh, good opportunity for the youngster. He's got a goal, has he? We'll see whether or not it stands. He takes a look to the offside flag. And Bournemouth got one back. Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 2.
Yeah, Hector Bellerin just switching off a little bit at the far post. Ball in with his left foot from Francis and over by Gosling. Good first touch from Sam Surridge.
We are going to VAR for the goal too. Certainly Martinez and 1 or 2 other people thought it was maybe offside. Wrong there.
Gosling hasn't touched it. then Surridge is onside from the initial cross.
Yep, there was no touch from Gosling, so the original Surridge run is the critical one, and he was onside. Arsenal riding their luck a tad in recent minutes, but still by far the better team over the evidence of the 100 minutes. And Arsenal booked their place in round 5 of the FA Cup for the 8th time in 9 seasons. Unlike last season, no slip up in round 4. Arsenal's cup run continues, and Wembley is another step nearer. Full time, Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 2.